It is official. We officially have the list of the attendees, ones that have confirmed, ones that have not confirmed yet, that are going to be attending the White House Crypto Summit, the first ever of its kind. Should you be buying said projects from said founders that are going to be there that are confirmed? We're going to share that entire list. Also, Ripple just spent $50 million on what? We're going to share that with you. And is that a good expenditure of money? We're also going to take a look at the altcoin markets. We saw Bitcoin bounce back, getting all the way up to $90,000 before seeing a smaller retracement. Where is Bitcoin headed to next? 94K is a level that a lot of analysts have forecasted as being a key resistance level. Will this be the week that we reclaim $92,000 and stay above and go on to make new all-time highs? We'll talk about that and much, much more on today's episode of Sin City Crypto. Let's go.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content. Old, boring, stale information. We redo it, repackage it, fun, sexy way. You know what? We are back up to $90,000 on Bitcoin. You know what? We are right there.
We're not at
I mean, what is this? 89,973.
Do you see a 9 in the front? No, you don't. So it's not 90,000. You could say it's almost 90,000.
We're at 90,000.
Like I almost worked out yesterday, you know?
We know.
Actually, I didn't work out yesterday.
We know.
I can still beat your ass.
You
Can
don't.
we try?
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Excited to have Miss Ashley joining us today. Bright pink.
Bright pink.
Bright pink. How you been? You were only here, one day last week? The chat
think
missed
so.
you. They wonder where you were.
Where was I? I don't
Also,
even
when
know.
you're not here, our super chats go down.
Man. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna fight or what?
No, not yet. Maybe later.
What am I here
Anyways.
for?
What?
Thought I was here for a free show or something, but
Oh, yeah, it is a free show on YouTube, but not with physical altercations. It's
That's
actually not
stupid.
allowed on YouTube. Yeah, we'll get taken off YouTube. Anyways, Friday's gonna be a big day. You know, I did put out a Patreon post yesterday to Patreon members, highlighting this week the important things that are going on, how to navigate, what I'm doing, what to expect. And so if you haven't checked out that post, make sure to do so. And big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members for supporting this channel. Now, you might be wondering, right? Bitcoin's just been in this up 10,000, down 10,000, up 5,000, down 6,000. And now we're knocking on the door of 90K again. What is going on? This might potentially be some of it. Yesterday evening-ish, right before Trump did his speech to Congress, there was rumors coming out from Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick that Trump, in fact, may roll back the tariffs on Canada and Mexico. And so the market started rallying. We went from, I think, 84,000 to, I think we actually went above 90K for a brief second. The wick was, almost $91,000. This was the wick from 4 a.m. this morning. Yesterday, you know what? Let's go to the daily here. So yesterday, actually, we did not. We got up to 88. God, freaking stupid mouse pad. We got up to 88.8 yesterday. And so not nearly 90K, but the fact of the matter is the market's wicked all the way down to 81.5 and then rallied to close higher than it opened, making that candle green. And so there's a lot of, and again, in the Patreon post, I kind of highlighted how Trump plays into the volatility of the markets and how to try to navigate it. But I was a little surprised to see this. But the market's like that. Rob, what are your thoughts here, man? Is this just going to be tit for tat for the next month and we're going to see these wild swings based on what Trump is feeling and how much chicken nuggets he ate that day or what?
Chicken nuggets?
Well, he likes McDonald's. Big McDonald's guy. Diet Coke, 10 piece, sometimes 20.
Okay. All right, so, you
What I
know,
heard.
you have Trump pauses tariffs on automotive cars. And so it's not just a rumor. So he has given a 1 month exemption for tariffs for automakers like General Motors, Ford, and and others. Trump said in Truth Social that he spoke with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and Trudeau said that his
Wait,
efforts.
Governor Trudeau or Prime Minister Trudeau? The joke. Go ahead.
It's not funny, bro.
It's pretty funny.
Okay, who's the governor of Trudeau?
Never mind, bro. Just
so you have so with Trudeau, he said that they're trying to stop the flows of fentanyl, but Trump said it's not good enough. So he hasn't unwound all of the tariffs, but he has at least let the automotives come through. So take that for what you will. I think that you're going to get a lot more tariff backpedaling. I wouldn't be surprised to see it just completely fall by the wayside.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he's just gonna cave on himself? It's not very Trump-like, you know.
He had the tariffs for 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
And he already rewound the automotive one. He's already talking about pausing it more. He's already putting implications on pausing it already. He said he had a call with Trudeau, and if he were to curtail the fentanyl coming in, he would basically revisit tariffs. So like it's been 10 minutes. It hasn't even been 1 day of tariffs, and he's already rolling it back. So to think that at the end of the day, like, you want economic prosperity, you want the markets to go up, do you want to increase trade? Because I mean, obviously what he's doing, in my opinion, is he's using it as leverage to get what he wants. And so turn the tariffs on, threaten you, and then, hey, you give in to what Donald Trump wants, then he'll take off the tariffs. Pretty simple. But at the same time, when you're a country that exports 40% of your GDP to the U.S., if Donald Trump wants you to prevent fentanyl from coming in, if you put together a strategy to do so and you make it convincing, you remove the tariffs, increase trade. It's a win-win for Donald Trump, win-win for the U.S., win-win for the markets. And so I don't see any benefit to having
lose for his ego.
But no, it's not his ego, because he gets what he wants, right? If Trudeau comes in and says, hey, here's a package to prevent fentanyl, and his idea was to slap tariffs, get what he wants, and then take the tariffs off, it's not a slap against his ego. If anything, it's him achieving what he set out to do.
Okay. You know, Larry Fink of BlackRock, he has a thesis for 2025, and curious, you know, be a good talking point here. So he foresees a rocky 2025, but bets on long-term tech boom amid escalating trade tensions. So he expects market volatility and an elevated inflation in 2025, but remains bullish about long-term growth opportunities, projecting a big economic boom driven by advancements in science and technology. So the next couple of things I'm going to read are quotes directly from him. In the next 6 months, I think we're going to have a lot of volatility, and volatility is creeping up quite considerably. He also says, for long-term investors, if there's a big dip, good time to buy, and I truly believe that. I believe we're getting set up for a big economic boom. Larry Fink said, anticipating the boom will largely be driven by technologies, new technologies, and science. This kind of plays into the whole tariff war. What's Trump going to say? So the question here becomes, to most people, how do you navigate such scenario? I kind of shared my thoughts. What are your thoughts here? How do you navigate? Do you lower your leverage when you trade? Do you only buy spot? Do you what's your thesis here, my friend?
I think.
Do you not change anything at all?
I don't change anything at all.
Nothing.
There's always a narrative, right? There's always, hey, the Fed rate cuts are coming around the corner. Here's the election. You know what? You have midterms coming up. You have the AI boom. You have, look what Google's doing. The profit and loss for Apple is down. They came in under projections. There's always a narrative. There's always. And if you think that you're going to have a 2025, an entire calendar year without crazy shit happening, like, that's not realistic. Every year, there's always big headlines. We always look in hindsight. We're like, whoo, should have saw that one coming. Wow, we didn't see that come. At the end of the day, you know, you just take into account what supply and demand and market movement, look at charts, look at history. That's going to tell you what you need to know, right? Because if BlackRock CEO said it was going to be a rocky 2022, okay, it's not. It was going to be rocky anyways, right? It was the middle of the bear market, so nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't change my idea. Like, okay, CEO agrees it's going to be rocky. Same, but here's the thing: we're in a bull market. If you're looking at it from a crypto perspective, is there going to be a rocky 2025? We're going to have increased, inflation. Are we going to have an overall, tech boom? So perhaps crypto does well. At the end of the day, it's post-halving, supply and demand. We're going to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve, crypto strategic reserve. And so we're going to see those asset classes go up. And whether or not the overall economy pulls back, I don't think it really matters, right? Because supply and demand. It's only so much Bitcoin to go around. You're also going to have the United States government buying XRP, Cardano. What does that mean for crypto? I mean, for altcoins, it's about as bullish as it gets, at least for the quality projects. And so for me, I think it's bull market, 100K, Bitcoin. This was a natural pullback that we've seen time and time again in previous bull cycles. And so scared money gets shaken out. People lose faith in a bull market when you get a 20, 30% pullback. And, well, here we are in the middle of a bull market.
So for me personally, when you have a president like Trump and you have a lot of unknowns, what's the next country to get a tariff? What is he going to do with inflation? Is he going to try to push Jerome Powell out? So a lot of uncertainty as he's, I think, 6 weeks into the Oval Office. So what I'd recommend, this is what I'm going to be personally doing. On big dips when the markets overreact, I have identified certain altcoins that I want to buy and add to, and I'm just going to buy those small chunks at a time. Trading wise, I'm lowering my leverage and I'm shortening the amount of time I remain in my positions. So instead of doing a 15x trade, opening a long on Bitcoin at 80K, watch it go to 86, and then eventually it's going to get up to that 95, 100, 150, and letting that thing ride, getting in at 80, when the market overreacts and dips at 86, that first level, instead of letting it ride, you remove it, take your profits, and then wait for the next big dip. And so that's kind of the strategy here. I think the markets are going to continue to overreact to what Trump says, to what Trump does, what the economy. You're going to see, it's essentially a pissing match. He says, I'm going to do this. China yesterday came out and said, we're ready for any type of war the U.S. wants, a tariff war, a trade war, an actual war. So there's just a lot of volatility. I agree with Larry Fink. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility in 2025. But from that volatility, there's going to be opportunities to make money as well.
Yeah, I think even outside the global situation and what's going on with the U.S., there's going to be volatility anyways, right? Bull market, you can't have bull market without massive volatility. And so if we were in the middle of a bear market, different story. But the volatility is going to be here. And so you should be taming down your leverage now anyways, right? Because there's only so much you can get to the upside and downside. If you only have $100 and you go to a casino here in Vegas, and you bet $1 at the blackjack table, sure. Well, first of all, you can't find that anymore. But let's just say you find a casino that has $1 blackjack. You can play for a while, right? You can take 15 hands in a loss in a row, right? But if you up your bet to $10, you only lose 10, right? You only lose 10 hands. So it's the same here, same premise when you're talking about volatility in the crypto markets. As more volatility comes in, and you're playing with higher leverage, you're going to get wiped out. You're going to bust out. You're going to cash out. You're going to be broke, whatever. You're going to be back at the ATM machine a lot sooner. You're going to get liquidated a lot sooner with higher volatility when you up the bet. And so the same's here. The same's true.
Very
here.
sad, Robin, that you don't know one of the most prolific blackjack players, Alan from The Hangover, said, it ain't gambling if you know you're going to win, man. So I don't know about you, but we don't gamble at the blackjack tables. We win, my friend. All right, so big news. Couple of big things. One, Texas is scheduled to vote on their strategic reserve bill today. I believe, and I've sourced this. This is it's not a committee vote. It's the actual Senate, House, Congress vote. So if this passes, I think the number I saw was $600 million or $6 billion, unless you saw something different there, Rob. But I believe they're going to become the first state to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve. And so super bullish. You're going to see whether it's right away, in 3 months, in 6 months, whatever that is, you're going to see other states start to follow suit.
It'll just be right away.
Yeah. I mean, a few of them have gotten sent back.
It'll be right away. You remember what happened when last bull market cycle you had cities launching city coins? We had Miami first, and then we had a bunch of cities pop in afterwards, right? And it was because, hey, Miami just made a bunch of money, right? They launched the Miami coin, and then all of a sudden they generated all this revenue. They're using it for taxes. I don't remember exactly what they were doing with the money that they earned from it. But other cities saw, and they were like, hey, like, let's do that. And so what do you think is going to happen if Texas starts buying Bitcoin at sub $100,000? And what happens when Bitcoin gets to $200,000, right? And they've 2x their position. All these other states are going to start following suit immediately. They're not even going to wait. You know what I mean? They're going to fast track legislation. They're going to pass that stuff. And they're going to say, like, look, Texas is having success. And so I think states that have very similar, breakdown as far as Republicans having seats in Texas, let's just say, let's go next door over to like Atlanta or something. If they're heavy,
next door. Louisiana would be next door, Robin.
Yeah,
we should drug
same area.
Come on,
same,
no, it's not.
Same area.
You do not put Louisiana and Atlanta in the same category. Anyways, I'm not even from the South. I just wanted to start an argument.
Like you got like Washington State, California. They're not next door, but
they're the same shithole.
But yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah. I just wanted to pick a fight with you, honestly. But
why?
I don't know.
What happens to our viewers that live in California and
look,
Washington?
I got a family in California. I was kind of sort of raised in California for a little bit. Thank God my dad got us out of there. My God. It's been a nightmare. Also,
you know what, man? California is beautiful, man. Honestly,
it's absolutely beautiful until you start living there.
I mean, I personally don't want to live there.
Unless you're a multi-millionaire, then it's fine.
I don't know where you lived in California. I had a good time and I love it.
Yeah,
You've
it's
lived
in
in
the Bay
California?
Area. I lived in the Bay Area. I lived in San Francisco.
You come for money, bro.
I lived in Culver City, which wasn't the
hate
best
California.
area.
You hate
And
California? Ashley hates California.
I hate it there.
yeah,
Well,
so
Don't stay here and tell me it's beautiful or
Yes,
pretty,
it is.
whatever the hell
it
you
is.
said.
It is. Okay, if you
Better
go
than-
to downtown areas that are boarded up in certain cities, sure.
It depends
Go
on
to
how
the
you
beach
go
is
where
beautiful.
you go.
No, it's dirty.
But how
There's
long
shit
ago
in the
did you go?
sand. Like, what do you mean?
Well, Santa Monica Beach is pretty bad.
Okay.
Zuma Beach is
the places, okay. The beaches next to LA in the LA County, they are overrun with homeless people. And there that is what 30 miles, maybe 60 miles of coastline. The coastline of California is larger than most countries, right? You're like 1,000 miles long from top to bottom. And so if you were to sit here and say out of 1,000 miles, 70 miles of it looks like crap. I mean, I don't know. I would encourage you guys to go take a road trip and go through California and like if you think that like Virginia's like all one city, like it's a beautiful area. I don't know. Florida's gorgeous. Like every place has some rough patches, right? I mean, you go to North Las Vegas.
California.
You know what? Like if
has a lot
you came to Vegas and you decided to like, you know what? I'm just gonna go hang out in North Las Vegas. You would think it's a dump
Bad
hole.
idea.
Yeah, it's like I don't
live
know.
in North Las Vegas.
No, I live in East Vegas.
All right. What were we talking about? I was going to say a joke.
California.
Segue to Ashley, but I forgot the
Okay,
joke.
but I still hate California.
Okay,
What?
fair enough. What about the chat? Do you like the chat?
I like the chat.
Would you like to say some names?
I sure can.
Wow.
Some of these are a little difficult. Well, one of them's difficult, but we got Salty Alti, Ken, and Eugene. I'm not saying the other one, but yeehaw.
Wait, what do you mean you're not saying that one? You gotta say the other one.
Robin,
Hearse?
does that say hearse?
Oh my God.
Girl, I can't read. I need a dictionary or something.
At least you admit it. My friend Rob over here. We just got to buy him a dictionary.
Okay.
All right. So we have that. We also have this. All right. So there's a lot of false information out there This is the real one. Who is attending the first ever White House Crypto Summit? Confirmed: Michael Saylor, David Bailey, Matt Huang of Paradigm, JP Richardson, Kyle Samani, Zach Witkoff, Sergey Nazarov, co-founder of Chainlink, Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase. You got Robinhood, Kraken, Crypto.com, and Brad Garlinghouse there. From the White House, Bo Hines, David Sachs, Mark Ueda, which is the acting chair of the SEC, and Caroline Pham, acting chair of the CFTC. Who is not confirmed? Robin. Kathy Wood is not confirmed. Vitalik Buterin got an invitation but hasn't confirmed. Jeremy Allaire, Paulo Ardonio. Charles Hoskinson has not confirmed, but I'm assuming he's going to. Anatoly Yakovenko, founder of Solana, not confirmed, but invited. And then Mark Andreessen. And then here are the White House staff that are currently unconfirmed. Is there anyone missing from here that you look at this list and you're like, how did that person not get invited? Did anyone get shafted here?
I don't know, man. You know what? I've seen a couple different lists. Do you know if this list came directly from the White House? I think this is like a speculative list because I've seen some other ones. Here's one here. This one says Charles Hoskinson is confirmed. These are the people that are going to be there. They say Kathy Wood's confirmed. As you see here with the checks there on the right side. So I wouldn't jump to conclusion that these people are here, or at least I've seen multiple guest lists. And so I don't know, man. I think everyone that, in my opinion, everyone that Donald Trump listed, or all those projects that listed, there's going to be a representative there, right? He mentioned XRP, he mentioned Cardano, he mentioned Solana, Ethereum. So I think there's going to be somebody with a presence for each one of those, right? Why would he say he's going to start a strategic reserve with XYZ cryptos and not have a representative from them? So they'll all be there. The ones that I'm curious about are the ones that he has not mentioned because the projects has not rallied yet. So, if you have, Mark Andreessen, I think is the wild card here, right? And so
Why is he the wild card?
Well, he was on the unconfirmed list. On this one, he's on the confirmed list. And so Mark Andreessen, who is the co-founder of Andreessen Horowitz, obviously they are a venture capital company with a big presence in crypto, particularly in 3 projects, one being XRP, early investor there, also an Avalanche, big investor in Avalanche, and then also Near Protocol. But out of the 3, Avalanche really stands out. And I don't say this because I'm like some big Avalanche bull. I just look at it from a perspective. Avalanche is a U.S. Or made in the United States crypto, as Donald Trump loves to allude to. But in 2019, Andreessen Horowitz invested as an early investor in Avalanche. And then there was another funding round in 2022 where Avalanche raised $600 million. And once again, Andreessen Horowitz was one of the primary investors there. And so if you're going to have a narrative where I want to have made in the U.S. cryptos represented in the strategic reserve, Mark Andreessen's there, a investor not once but twice into Avalanche. Wouldn't be surprised to see that there. Also, Near Protocol. I know that's one that we haven't mentioned. I think putting in a position for Near Protocol is a no-brainer for this one as well. And then also, there's talks of
what's your thesis for Near?
Near hasn't had much headlines lately, and so for me, could this be the catalyst that really gets Near off and running? You want to talk about something that's way outside the top 10, the top 20, even outside the top 30. You have Near Protocol with a $3 billion market cap. If Near Protocol is mentioned, or if the U.S. says, "Hey, we're going to be a buyer of Near Protocol and we're gonna custody it and hold it in a strategic reserve," you best expect that you're going to get at least a 2x out of Near Protocol instantaneously. And so I think you see immediately a $5 to $6 Near Protocol, and the fact that it's only up 4% today, I think people are sleeping on Near. But I think more of a more of an expectation would be Avalanche because Andreessen Horowitz invested in this twice with this company. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Avalanche. Not to mention, the Avalanche does already work with governments, government of California, with NFTing the car titles. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty bullish with that. Also, Jeremy Allaire is going to be very interesting. I think what we're expecting is to hear a bunch of cryptos pop off, but I think a lot of the discussion, a lot of the roundtable there on Friday will be about stablecoins. I think that's going to be the easiest no-brainer for the U.S. I think the U.S. is an immediate winner by fostering a stablecoin bill, by getting stablecoins into the banks, into the banking system. It's going to immediately bring a surge of money into the bond market for the United States, and so I think it's an easy win for Donald Trump and for the U.S. economy to fast track stablecoins. So I think that's the first thing we hear. Then I think you're going to get the announcement of the reserve and what's going to go in there. And so we know which ones Heroes already talked about, but there's going to be some other ones in there too.
I'm surprised. Hedera and there was another one that I thought would be invited. And Jed McCaleb from Stellar. I thought for sure that those two would be invited. Jed McCaleb ties to Elon Musk. I think he's got ties to David Sachs also. I could be wrong on that one. And then Mance Harmon or Dr. Lehman Bard. I think those guys, surprised they didn't get invited to go. But it's nice to see Sergey.
Maybe they have. I haven't I don't think they've had an official list from the White House. So I think this is just insiders telling you who is going to go, right? I think this is perhaps the Michael Saylor camp saying, "Hey, we got invited. We're going to go." Perhaps there's other people that already have said they're going to go, just haven't announced it publicly. And so I think that it's not going to be a very small room. Remember when we had the meeting about a week ago with Donald Trump? He had all of his executive. Remember, he had RFK there. He had
his first cabinet meeting.
His first cabinet meeting. That meeting was packed with like 40 different people, right? And then the press was packed in there. So I think what we're going to see is not a small closed room with 9-10 people. I think you're going to have a large table or a big round table with 20 to 40 people.
Beautiful round table.
I think you're going to get like 40 people in there. So
you got to use a lot of adjectives, man.
Mm-hmm.
Big, beautiful, really golden wood mahogany. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. A lot of people are speculating. I think they're going to expand on the crypto reserve. What's going to go in there? What are some things they're looking at? I think they're going to try to get feedback from the people that are there. Hey, what are your top 3, top 5, most pressing issues, and how can your team or your project kind of help with that? Also, I think there's a lot of speculation that, Trump likes to make headlines, and so announcing no capital gains tax on made in USA cryptos, the whole tariff thing going on with you bring your manufacturing here to the States, you don't got to pay the tariffs. If you build your crypto company and issue your token in the United States, you don't have to pay capital gains tax, whether you're the foundation or the people buying and selling it. So I think there's going to be a lot of potential big catalysts that we could see some big price movement from Bitcoin, but specifically, if there's any mention of a specific altcoin or specific altcoins and they're thinking about using it for them, just that narrative alone, whether it's Chainlink, maybe not ETH because can't really pump, but some of these other projects, Solana, Cardano's having a really nice rally. I think you could see another 70% candle from the likes of Cardano. And we actually talked about that on the PM stream yesterday, how Cardano, out of the 5 that were listed in the initial announcement of the strategic reserve, Cardano gave back the least amount of the initial gains it got, that 79%. It gave back the least amount. Always saw others like Bitcoin and ETH give back everything plus some. And so either way, I expect some volatility. I expect people to bid the prices up throughout the week leading up till Friday. And then could it be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? Maybe, but that can all change if we do get specifics on Friday about the direction, what projects are going to be included, Who's going to be part of the strategic reserve? When is it actually going to go into play? Can we get an actual date versus, yeah, we're working on it? I think at that point, you're going to see people really start to speculate on the future potential. And then we have this. So, we constantly talk about price of Bitcoin and the direction we think it's going. A lot of analysts are highlighting that 94K region as a very, very strong resistance level. And if you just take a look at how Bitcoin has performed, we'll go to the hourly for BTC. Now, we had this pattern out on our PM stream yesterday. This was a bull flag, a bull pennant pattern playing out, which it did, and it broke to the upside. Got stopped out right around 90,900. And we're trying to retake that high currently, but the markets are very indecisive. As you can see here, the last 2 hourly candles we've had have either been dojis or hammer candles. And so lots of indecision. No one has control, not the bulls, not the bears. But 94K, the region they're talking about, let's just zoom out to the 4 hour. And we'll kind of drop a little trend line here, okay? Right at 94K. And let's take a look how price has reacted at $94,000. This has been an area where price has, you know what? Let me hide all the other ones. All right. So you have your 94K. This is going to be your kind of teal blue line here. And you just take a look. Okay, what has price done? Price consolidated at this region, fell, and then came back, broke through, and retested on the next candle. Again, price consolidated around 94,000. Lost 94, gained it all back, came back down to retest, lost it, consolidated. Came down twice on a wick, caught that 94K at support, and then started rallying again. And so 94K on a more kind of zoomed out look is a key level. And you take a look at the last time we got to 94K was on Sunday, that massive pump. And we immediately got stopped out and gave back everything we gained. So do you think, what are your thoughts on this 94K? Do you think this next rally is going to be so massively bullish with narrative and everything happening that certain resistance levels it's just not going to matter because there's going to be so many buyers? What do you think?
I think that in the short term, I'm just curious to what's going to happen with this 90K. I'm very hesitant because I think a lot of people, and time again, come Friday, right? I'm just thinking about what's going to happen Friday. Friday, you're going to have the announcement of the Bitcoin and crypto strategic reserve. And the markets are going to expect that it's going to be, everyone's thinking the market's going to go up to 100, 105, 110,000. Most of the time when that happens, the market disappoints you. We've seen it with the previous press conferences. We've seen it with the Fed rate meetings. Very seldomly you expect bullish news on Bitcoin and expect Bitcoin's price to go up, and then the event comes and you just explode, right? Even with the ETF, right? That was about the biggest catalyst you could possibly have. It took a week for Bitcoin to take off. And so for me, I don't think we hit 100,000 this weekend. I don't think we hit 100,000 on Friday. I think if we hit 100,000, it has to be before Friday, right? Sometimes people get excited. They try to front run the narrative or the pump. And so could we wake up tomorrow and be at 95,000, 98,000? I think it's possible. I think we could get a last minute rally. But wherever we end up going into on Friday, I think we sell off. And I think that's just kind of how.
So you're buying into you're on the side of buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah.
Typically that works out. That's usually how it works.
Like 90% of the time it does. Yeah. And so I'm just looking back at the last crypto press conference we had with David Bailey and
David Sachs.
David Sachs and
all the heads of the certain committees.
Yeah, that one. We had a big sell-off that day.
Because the funny thing was everyone was like, oh, they're going to talk about X, Y, and Z, but they didn't. They kind of just had their own talking points.
And they said they're fast tracking a Bitcoin reserve.
That
they were
wasn't
looking
enough.
They were looking at stable coins.
That wasn't enough. Wasn't enough for the markets to be bullish, so they sold off.
So do you think that we're going to get enough now to rally the markets on Friday? Because we've already expected, we've already priced in Bitcoin strategic reserve, XRP, Cardano, Ethereum, Solana. I mean, what more can push the price past 100,000?
I think I'm with you
Now-
on this one. I think,
Yeah.
I think
If they came out, to say that here's some examples of what could happen to rally the market. If we have
you're talking specifically about Friday.
this Friday,
Okay.
yeah, this Friday, if we go in and Donald Trump says, "Hey, the U.S. bought 150,000 Bitcoin or 100,000 Bitcoin," and and he announces it there, yes, big rally.
Okay.
If he says there's no capital gains tax on crypto on Friday, big rally. So there's a few pieces of news that could come out that I think would rally the markets. But if we get what we already know, we sell off. Now, if we get what we already know, we sell off on Bitcoin, we sell off on perhaps Cardano and XRP. But if he starts talking about altcoins that we have not known anything about, if he does mention Near Protocol, Avalanche, Stellar, Ondo, whatever it is, he mentions any of those projects rip.
So if he mentions any projects that were not in the original 5, they'll rally.
Yeah, exactly. I think those rip, those rally. But I think Bitcoin sells off.
That makes sense because you had, when it was announced officially, the 5, they all rallied.
Yeah, that was the pump.
So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that. Okay, so is there a strategy here? Okay, so you take a look at a Bitcoin chart. Again, $89,000, okay? 89.5. If we end up getting a retracement down to 88.1, which was, and I'll just drop one of these here, right? This is on the lower time frame, too. This is on the 1 hour, okay? This is where we initially stopped out, broke through, came back and retested and rallied. So 88.5 is the level. And so if we get a retracement down here today or tomorrow, Robin, are you keen to entering into a long heading into Friday and then selling off right before?
I don't think we drop down. I don't think we drop down under 86,000.
No,
up until Friday.
88.5.
Yeah, I think 88.5 is not far off where we're at. This what, $1,000?
Yeah.
And so yeah, go down to 88.5, sure. 80, 87, okay. I'm not sure. My area, if you're talking about like if it goes below, I don't think we see 85,000 up until Friday. And so I do think that we stair step our way up closer to that 100K mark over the next 2 days. And so today, tomorrow, early Friday morning, I think that you get closer to that 100K. I think I'm very curious to see when we're going to break 90,000. I think we break 90,000 today. And then after we break 90,000, I think we rally up to about 93, 94. We pull back down to about 91. We kind of hang out there. I think that's what happens today. Then tomorrow, I think we're up 93, 94, 95, 96. And perhaps we get a very quick rally early Friday morning prior to the conference or the summit or convention. What's it called? Is it the summit?
Yeah. Crypto Summit.
Yeah. So right before the crypto summit, I think we rally, get closer to 100K. Summit goes live. We start to sell off as the summit is live.
You know what else is going to happen today? Looks like the club's about to be open here. We had a super chat from Nathan. Said Ash with the Pepto-Bismol pink. Robin Dave looking so good, so healthy, so forth. Thank you, my friend. What about Rocco, man? My boy Rocco looking good too, man. He's got his Bitcoin hat on. He's over there. What's up, Rocco? Rocco, you know, Nathan might have forgotten about you, Rocco, but
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
I've not forgotten about you.
It's all
I'm
right.
just kidding. Nathan, thank you. Also, Poman, Rob, need a little help
What is
here with
Then
getting
smack Ashley.
the likes.
No.
Time to whip out the big stick with the likes. And then Jimmy, open the club, then smack Ashley. Wow. Are we bound to that?
What the hell did I do?
Are we bound to that commitment to slap Ashley? I don't really want to. I like Ashley. She's a good young lady.
Well, the people have spoken with their dollars, and there's a few things that you do here pretty well in Vegas. One, we do a badass cryptocurrency live show Monday through Friday, but we also have the world's largest and most prestigious nightclubs and also crypto clubs. So without further ado, Rocco, let's open this damn thing up. I'm dressed for the club, baby. Yeah, I'm dressed for the club. You dressed for the golf club. Got 470 people watching live. If you have not hit the like button, if you are not vibing, we have opened the club. We are celebrating. What a great time to be in crypto. What a great time.
And if you're wondering what the hell's going on, I have no idea. I just go with the flow, man. I just do what I'm told here, okay? Big thank you to everyone, excuse me, who helped with the opening of the club. And so, you know, it's important to take a break and enjoy the money. All right, let's move on. You know, a little funny here, okay?
Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going, okay.
Rocco wants you to keep going.
All right, okay.
What you got there?
Rob, we've heard of a bull market, a bear market. Have you heard of a kangaroo market?
Where
it just hops around certain channels? Yeah. Feeling very kangaroo-ish on the markets here.
This was on what? CNN, Fox?
Oh no, bro, but I saw it and I reposted it, okay? Here we go. Kangaroo-ish on the markets right now. Anyways, Robin, I will send it over to you, and I would like you to tell me about the markets, please.
All right. So, you know what? We're right there at the $90,000 mark. And so, you know, you might be asking yourself, when? 90K? Well, we're right there. You know what? We were briefly over 90,000 a couple times today and has acted as sharp resistance. Basically traded over and then came right back down. I do think maybe one more test, right? I mean, typically when you're kind of looking for a breakout and you're testing major resistance or support, you trade above it or below it for a couple times. Usually 3 times, 3 to 4 times is the magic number. And so we came up once, twice, 3 times. Here's number 4 coming up here. So 90,000. I do think that maybe if we break over 90,000 this time or next time within the next couple hours, I think that'll be the big breakout. And it'll send us to 93, 94,000. All right. So we'll keep an eye on that. But take a look into the altcoin markets. What is moving today? Well, you got Bitcoin's ugly cousin, Bitcoin Cash, here up 23%, up 35% on the 7-day. You know, we talked about this the other day. If there's going to be a basket of assets in the strategic reserve, it's hard to make an argument against Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash just because they have been lumped together with the original launches of crypto products, right? When Robinhood was offering crypto products, you had a very short list. You had Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum. And, you know, here we have the strategic reserve, which we know is going to have Bitcoin, ETH. Would you be expected to see a Bitcoin Cash? If that's in there, expect a big rally there as well. Also, I think that people are front running this narrative of Ondo being in there as well, which is probably why it's in the top 3, up 21%. Regardless of what the narratives are, we are a fan of Ondo. And, you know, this is, you know, something that's climbed into the $3 billion market cap. It's getting closer to 4. It's over $1. And if you look at its 1-year chart here, it did briefly get over $2. And so, are we going to see another big rally out of Ondo? I think we're on the way.
So before you move off of Ondo, I do want to share this. This is posted by the Ondo Finance X handle. The tokenized U.S. Treasuries market has surpassed $4 billion in size, according to RWA.xyz. Growth catalyzed by Ondo Finance's market leadership. What stablecoins took 4 years to achieve, tokenized treasuries achieved in 2, demonstrating strong demand for safe, liquid, institutional-grade yield. Ondo is now the largest tokenized U.S. Treasuries platform by TVL. In the past 30 days, that TVL has surged by 57%, surpassing $1 billion. OUSG, their institutional product, grew by over 60%, $165 million worth. USDY, their DeFi composable product grew by 201 million, gain of over 50%. And they're also the leading tokenized U.S. treasuries provider by number of token holders. Their treasuries are held by 85% of the 15,000 holders in the category and now are available on 8 blockchains, including ETH, Solana, Aptos, Mantle, Sui, Arbitrum, Polygon, and Cosmos. Expanding soon to XRP, XLM, and Plume Network. So, yeah, the summit, the Ondo Summit was a few weeks ago, maybe like a month and a half ago. The Ondo chain, people are bullish, working with BlackRock. So, Ondo, if you picked up Ondo at anything really under $1, you are going to be very handsomely rewarded. And so I also bought some Ondo on the dip. But yeah, go ahead. Is Ondo, let me ask you this question. Okay. Is Ondo one where you keep for like a 4, 5, 2, 3, more than a 1 cycle period, or?
I don't know. It's still too early. You can make a very compelling case that this is a great long-term hold, but I don't know.
What are your reservations? Is it because
it's still new? You know,
does it have to do with the RWA markets or with Ondo specifically?
It is 100%. It's just a new project. I would not tell you. I don't care how bullish I am on a project. If it's only a year old or 2 years old, I can't confidently say like, hey, this is a great long-term hold over like 5, 6, 10 years. Like, just can't do it, man. I mean, right now it's the front runner in RWAs. I mean, but what's stopping TD Ameritrade from launching their own RWAs? What's stopping JP Morgan from doing an RWA?
They are working with BlackRock.
No, I'm not discounting that it has a lot of promise. I'm just saying that like I can't confidently invest in something that's brand new and say I'm going to hold no matter what over 4 or 5 years. It's too many unknowns. And right now it's a front runner, but who's to say that doesn't get knocked off, right? I mean, and even BlackRock gets things wrong sometimes, right? I mean, that ESG narrative, which was hammered in by BlackRock. I mean, everyone jokes at that. Even Larry Fink has come out and said like, yeah, that's we're not doing that anymore, basically, right? He didn't say it in those exact terms, but pretty much he has abandoned.
Yeah,
that.
He said it.
And so I mean, what's to stop him from saying, hey, you know what? We tried tokenized assets, but it's really not our thing. Like I don't know. And so for me, I like Ondo. I think it's a great pickup. I think it has a ton. Buy it now, and then during the height of the bull market, it's going to probably be 10x. I don't know if it's going to 10x. Where's the market cap? 3? What's the market cap right now?
Fully diluted or not fully diluted? Because they have a lot of tokens that are not in circulation.
Where's Ondo at?
Come on, computer. Okay.
All right. So Ondo sitting at a $3 billion market cap, number 31 on the market cap list.
What's fully diluted? 11.
Yeah.
FDV 11. Okay.
And so, I mean, I could see it. You know, 10x would put it at $30 billion, $36 billion, which puts it right around Cardano's market cap currently in USDC. I mean, I could see it. I wouldn't go too much further than that because. Honestly, RWAs and it doesn't have the retail appeal, right? In the same category, you know, you talk about Chainlink, like, yeah, I can give you the most bullish narrative for Chainlink, but at the end of the day, the average investor, the person with it's going to just YOLO $2,000 into something because their friend told them about it, it's probably not going to be Chainlink, and it's probably not going to be Ondo either. And so I that's my reservations for it, but 10x is great, right? I mean, I think it has very little downside potential, right? I don't see Ondo going to 20 cents. I don't see Ondo going down to 50 cents, but I see it easily going in the other direction. So it's one of my favorite picks for risk versus reward. And I think it's going to perform very well this bull market.
You know, Rob, there's a few people that are in line with you and thinking that Ethereum is not going to do anything. There's a few people who stand on the opposite side of the aisle, and one of those is NASDAQ-listed BioNexus Gene Lab, as they have officially approved Ethereum as its primary treasury asset. Rumors are speculating that this company is in fact based out of North Korea, but those rumors have been dispelled. The company also released an Ethereum strategy white paper, highlighting the asset's institutional reliability, staking rewards, financial dominance, and scalability. Scalability. It's funny. Any comments here?
No. You think, okay. You think I will, like I've said many times before, I know that Ethereum is going to grow. I know that people are going to buy the Ethereum ETF. I know that people are going to hold ETH. I know that people are going to stake ETH. I know that companies are going to buy ETH. By no means am I just saying that ETH is a dead project.
No, I don't. That's not the conversation I'm trying to spark here.
Yeah,
I really
know.
am not. I say things in jest, but I actually want your opinion on why not do Bitcoin? Why Ethereum? Are people seeing?
That's their own choice. And I had conviction in Ethereum prior, and so I mean, some people, you know, maybe they just need to hold it for 2 years, watch it trade sideways, and then eventually switch over to Bitcoin.
Do you think that? Okay, so here's another scenario. Okay, so let's say ETH versus Bitcoin continues a trend down. Do you think at some point these institutions will look at the value of where ETH is versus the value of where Bitcoin is and see Ethereum as much more undervalued, knowing that
if you keep losing money, eventually you're going to change sides. You're going to change teams. Now, remember, treasury assets, it's not like treasury assets have always been 100% cash and sometimes we buy gold. Treasury assets, they invest in securities and in stocks, right? And so there's other things that companies will hold instead of just crypto, right? So this isn't anything new. And so do companies invest in things and get it wrong? Do companies invest in things and then pivot later? Do companies invest in, you know, perhaps they were super bullish on silver. And then they're like, you know what? Silver is just not performing as well as gold. Let's move over. I mean, how many companies do you think have historically bought silver and then at some point reallocated over to gold? And so that's the way I look at this. Cool. Go buy ETH if you're bullish on it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe ETH explodes. I'm not quite too sure. So we'll see. Ash, you want to give a little shout out to the new people here in the chat? We got I got some new faces out here.
We got Crypto Tech, Captain Cardano, Daniel K, Ron, Curtis, James Hay. I gotcha. Oh, that's a fun one. Wow. Cool Cat Cosmos, James Hay, AP Board, Crypto Kool-Aid, and the Real PG. Yeehaw.
Also, your blouse is very, very pink. Very Pepto-Bismol, you know?
I'm very Pepto-Bismol. Are you shitting on it?
No, I was thinking more like cotton candy.
Well, no, you don't shit when you take Pepto-Bismol. It helps you to stop.
I understand, but are you talking shit?
No. It's just it's very, very pink. Very pink.
Is it too pink for you?
No, I got a candy
pink.
cane shirt on.
Candy cane?
Yeah,
that looks like cotton candy.
They're either popsicles or candles. I can't figure out, but we'll go with candles because we're a crypto show and I like to trade.
Okay.
Couple of big news here. One, the U.S. Senate officially passes the resolution to kill the unworkable IRS DeFi broker rule. Now, if you guys remember, this was Gary's present to us on the way out. The Senate voted 70-27. I am shocked that they voted 70-27 to approve a motion to repeal the rule that would have expanded existing IRS reporting requirements to include DEXs and require them to disclose gross proceeds from crypto sales, including information regarding taxpayers involved in transactions. If this would have passed, you would have had a gated access to Uniswap, to Jupiter. You want to trade on there, you got a KYC, and there goes DeFi, it's gone. And so that has been repealed. Super, super bullish news. And then I mentioned Ripple, $50 million was spent. Proud to announce the launch of the National Cryptocurrency Association, the NCA. And here's a video talking about what the NCA is and what they're going to do.
All right, you ready?
Hi guys, roll again.
It's okay to look at each other, right?
Here we go.
I learned about crypto for a body of work.
I've been focusing on crypto gaming.
I was making YouTube videos.
I wanted to work on something that's a little more purpose-driven.
Having a child is what really put us in the mindset of starting to want to invest more.
So crypto became my bridge to connect with people.
Talk to me about the blockchain. Explain blockchain.
I actually didn't know much about crypto.
And then I started really digging in, researching, and trying to figure out what is blockchain, what is crypto, how it all works.
It is simply just a record, a public ledger of value.
You can interact directly on the blockchain, exchange items of value much more easily.
Less fees, more transparency.
It is sustainable, it is equitable, and it's fast.
It's having flexibility and feeling comfort and secure, and I think crypto makes us feel that way.
Blockchain has given me a new medium.
Crypto is the future.
This technology really can be used for good.
Let's cut. Okay. You got a thumbs up.
We're good?
So from my understanding, they are going to focus on bringing crypto mainstream, helping people learn about crypto or how to hold crypto or how to buy crypto. And so Ripple gave a $50 million grant to the National Cryptocurrency Association. And so pretty straightforward. Any commentary you want to give on that one?
No, I still don't really know what that one was. It felt like it was just I love crypto commercial.
Yeah, you know what?
I thought we were going to get an explanation of what it is.
If I could be completely honest with you, I did not watch the video. Sometimes I like to not watch the video so the people watching can get my live reaction. And I probably should have watched because, yeah, I thought I was going to explain what it is, but
yeah,
I guess it's just a bunch of people saying, hey, what do you like about crypto? But either way.
You got to be careful with these committees that pop up. A lot of times they just siphon money, and you got those the nonprofit organizations or NGOs or government organizations. Those just a lot of times just are a way for companies to promote legislation. They just absorb a lot of money. I don't know.
Influence.
Yeah. And so I'd like to know more about it. I just because it's a national crypto association and they got big money coming in from a large company like Ripple or something. I would still be like, okay, what's the use case? What's the utility? What are they doing? Who are they working with? Are they putting together developer grants? Are they fostering innovation? Are they going into the Congress and trying to promote positive regulation? That's what I would like to see. But I don't know. I'm a little hesitant when it comes to large associations in the government.
Adam Bates said USAID for crypto, and then Andrew Brown said the HOA of crypto.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel, man. I'm just like,
you need
do we need a private run association?
Ripple spent $50 million. All right.
Hey, sure, cool.
But anyways, just to clear it up, they're here to help people navigate the hype and confusion of crypto. They'll offer education, guidance, and support on crypto and the impact it has. So there you go. Rocco, do I need to thank any sponsors today?
No.
No thanks to spot. But either way, to the sponsors, you're not going to get a spot, but thank you, all of you. Also, to the people watching, thank you as well. And to all of you that support this channel, whether it's through watching, sharing our videos, using our affiliate links, joining our trading competition, which you should definitely do, or ordering an almanac. We still have a little bit left. Order it before it sells out and it becomes a collector's item. And so, and also big thank you to the mods as well, keeping the chat in line and kind of getting people, keeping people active in the chat. And so that's all I have. Anyone else have any parting words? Rocco, feel free to change the camera. Thank you. Looked kind of awkward. It was just me waving my hands. But I was waving it at this person and Rob. Ashley, any parting words? No?
This person and Rob.
Tomorrow you should wear an Allegra shirt. Purple. Robin?
You said Allegra. No, I'm good.
Rocco?
Let's go. Finger tornado.
Let's go. The tornado is going. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for watching. Come back tonight at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the PM show, where we only focus on fundamental and technical analysis. Until then, guys,
everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming, hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close.